What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video I am bringing you guys a requested video. That's what it's called. So today I will be bringing you guys a swatch video of all of my highlighters. This, like I said, was requested after somebody watched my highlighter and blush collection video that I posted earlier this year, and they wanted to see the swatches. I will not be decluttering any of my highlighters at all. I love each and every one of them, even though some are broken and some aren't. We're just gonna keep them all where they lie. On my face are a bunch of project pan items. I did not record this look, I'm sorry. It took way too much to focus and I couldn't. But in case you want to know what's on my eyes, I have my, can we stop jamming our finger in shadows? Thank you. I have my Natasha Denona Blue Purple palette, mainly on my lid in the darkest shade in my crease. And then the other shades that I used in my crease came from my Lorac Pro 2 and my Modern Renaissance. On my lips, I have my ABH Bitter Sweet Liquid Lipstick and my Lorac lip gloss in Goddess. So a lot of my stuff on my face is project pan. That's how I've been rolling lately, and I really just wanted to do a little bit more of an artistic-y look. I really enjoy how it came out. Instagram is really like getting me into being a little bit more artsy. I'm liking it, but I'm rambling. So if you guys are interested in seeing the swatches from my from my highlighter collection, then just keep watching. Alrighty guys, so just like I did with my blushes, I don't know if I put this video up first or if I put that video up first. Either way, the other video that's posted will be up here in the cards. I'm going to be swatching my whole highlighter collection. This was something that somebody requested after seeing my collection video of my blushes and my highlighters. I'm just now getting around to it. I apologize, but I'm here for it. Yes, once again, this is my bed, and this is because this is the only place for me to swatch. The lighting is trash as always, so it is going to wash out the products that I'm swatching and potentially the actual swatches. I will do my best to give you guys a true depiction of it, and I will also do my best to give you guys a description of the items. As I did with my blushes, I tend to keep all of my products grouped by brand, so we will hope that I actually did it better this time, because girl, in my blushes it was a little bit of a hot mess. But let's just go ahead and jump into it. The first one, and the most kind of packaging wise that's impressive, is my Smashbox Velada highlighter. This one is in Rose Mantic. This was one of the Ulta versions, and I got this, I believe, once it hit sale, because your girl didn't need another highlighter, let alone, no. I really enjoy this highlighter. I know some people did not enjoy it, but I enjoy it. I buff it in really well with one of my blending brushes, or my highlighter brushes. I have multiple, something like the Linda Hallberg brush, or even the Sigma F38 or whatever, the one that was in the Angelica Nyquist collection. That's a really good highlighter brush. I actually have two of those. Next, I have this Andy Candy makeup highlighter in Serial Killer. I really enjoyed this highlighter for the red mixed with the actual highlight. The only unfortunate thing is that the red is like an overspray, which is why I don't reach for this very often, because I don't want to run out of it, which sounds stupid, but it is what goes through my brain. It's a really pretty highlighter. You can see how beautiful it is. It really pops off my face. I really enjoy this highlighter. There have been other brands to come out with highlighters like that for both Valentine's Day and Halloween. So once I get off of this no buy when it comes to highlighters and blushes, I might purchase another one, because one of the other brands said that the shimmer was all the way through. So we will see. Next is Colored Rain. This is a beautiful highlighter. It's so creamy. It's called Your Treat. I got this when they first released at Target. I guess I was not doing anything with my life and I was in Target. It's a beautiful, beautiful dark bronzy color. I really enjoy this highlighter. Oh, this one is like a rose color. My bad, I didn't say that before. But it's a really pretty highlighter. All three of these are pretty highlighters. All of these highlighters are staying in my collection. I kept them through a declutter, so they're not leaving now. Next is my Fenty Beauty highlighter. I want to get more, but I just have not. It is the Sangria Sunset and Samosa Sunrise. I use this baby over here as a highlighter and this baby over here as like a shimmery blush. I can use both of them as a blush, but I love them either way. I use them as interchangeable items. It just depends on what is going on with the rest of my face. I really love this product. I know some people use it as an eyeshadow. I put it on my cheeks. So yeah, there you go. Next, I have this duo from Pixi. It is in Subtle Sunrise. I got both of them because everybody was boosting them up and I just wanted to see if they worked for my skin complexion. Only one of each of the shades actually works from both duos, but this darker one, so this one right here on the Subtle Sunrise, worked the best out of all four of the shades. So I gave the other duo to my best friend and I kept this one. That shade is impeccable and beautiful. I really need to get some more use out of this palette. It is a Baked Gelée formula. And that Sigma brush I was talking about earlier really does pick up well. I haven't, let me just do a little bit more of a disclaimer. I have not reached into this very often because I am project panning 2 highlighters this year. I'm aiming to hit pan in both of them. One, I think I'm doing pretty good. The other one, not so much. So hopefully soon I will be able to reach into these more often, but I really do enjoy all of my highlighters. I have 2 Ofra highlighters. This one is in Beam the Haters. This is the Nikki Tutorials collab. I got the one where it's just the full pan, and this is the newer packaging. I did just recently purchase from Ofra for the first time, so that is why it waited till I got it in the newer packaging. But this is a very, very pretty bronzy color and it works beautifully on my skin. Next is the Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive. Child, this is icy if I don't know what, okay? I have no business having this in my collection at all, but in the event that I want to lighten up another highlighter or I want to do a spotlight highlight, that is when I will reach for this. It is very comparable to that Pixi duo, so in actual reality I don't need this, and actually this one's lighter than the Pixi one. The Pixi one is darker, it has a little bit more gold to it. This one's a little bit more champagne, so I for real don't need it, but it's finna stay, so keep it pushing. Next is a highlighter that somebody will have to pull out of my cold dead hands. This is the Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Snow Flush. This was for the past holiday from the MAC collection, and this thing right here, oh my good lord, is basically just shimmer, but it's beautiful. It has orange, and I know you guys can see like purple. It has red glitter. It's beautiful. I recommended this so hardly when I hauled it. I don't think anybody took me seriously. I don't know why, but it is a beautiful highlighter and oh my gosh, will never leave my collection. Next is one of my more like subtle highlighters. I think this is one of the only ones that I have in my collection, and this is from NARS and it is called Maldives. It is a very pretty highlighter, but like I said, it is subtle. So on the days that I want to be more subtle, I will reach for this, even though I still want a highlighter. So I do have different highlighters for different occasions. And this is a girl who, last year, 2 years ago, did not want highlighter in her collection and did not have any highlighters in my collection. This is a Makeup Geek highlighter in Sunlight. Oh my god, beautiful highlighter. I picked this up the same day I got that Colored Rain highlighter. Beautiful highlighter. It's, I mean, just what can you say? It is a bronze undertone, but it definitely has a little bit more champagne than all of the other bronzes that I've talked about. Then I think this is my biggest, no, this is rivaling one of my biggest collections. And this is the Wet n Wild highlighters, and I also have two blushes that are too light for me, so I put them to use them as highlighters. This one is the silver one in Diamond Lily. I purchased this to stop myself from purchasing the Fenty Beauty Diamond Hustler or whatever the highlighter was. I have not actually used this on my face, so I am very happy that I did not purchase the Fenty Beauty one. This one is from these two are from the Hummingbird collection, and this one is in Hummingbird Hype. It's a very pretty light orange. And on my complexion, it's just not a blush. It's definitely a highlighter. So that's why I put it in this collection, or in this section of my makeup. And this one is Don't Flutter Yourself. Now the other one, which is the dark like magenta one, oh, I went in on that as a shimmery blush. And that won't be in my blush collection because I put that in a face palette that I depotted a bunch of stuff. So those are my three Wet n Wild highlighters. And although I don't use this, I'm happy I have it in my collection because it is very unique, and you never know, I might need it. Now going back to the front is a Givenchy highlighter. This thing sang in the Sephora light and I just had to get it. This was their limited edition, I think, highlighter in shimmery gold, and this had like glitter infused. It was just like the prettiest thing I think I've ever seen. Now that you see it in a swatch, and as soon as I came home, I swatched it and I was like, where's the glitter? So I don't know, Sephora must have put glitter on the top of that thing, but it's still really pretty highlighter. It's just, is nothing like in that Sephora light, okay? And that same shopping spree, I got this Milk Makeup highlighter in holographic. It's just called holographic. It's a very pretty duochrome highlighter. It's like an orange to pink highlighter. And I think you guys can see a little purple in that twist of my arm too. So very, very pretty. Okay, next I have some Dose of Colors highlighters. And these are two limited edition, not one not. This one is the darker one that they came out with, and they being Desi and Katie. This one's in Chasing the Sun. I had to physically put this away. Because this one was just so pretty. So pretty. It just melts right into my skin, and it just, it's just beautiful. So I had to put this away. I love that highlighter though. This one's in Bathe or Bath. I think it's Bathe though. But anyways, why do I have that? Ugh. This one I purchased because I loved that Chasing the Sun highlighter so much. It does work on my skin. I'm not as huge of a fan of it is though as I am with the Chasing the Sun highlighter. I'm not gonna lie. And then this next one is their Supreme Glow formula, and it's in Melonade. And this is a very, very pretty highlighter. It's like another duochrome type situation. Let me get some more product on my swatch. And there you guys can see right there. So really loving these highlighters as always. That's why I kept them. But yeah, let's keep going. What is this? I don't even know. Oh, this is my Dior highlighter. So this was the one when I was in store, I blended it on my hand and it blended in, but it also gave like a glowy, like see-through skin like. So I had to pick it up, of course. And this is the Dior Nude Skin in 04, I want to say. Yep, I'm right. And this is a pretty highlighter. I have reached for this recently because I just really wanted like the glass like skin look. I don't find that it blends into my skin once again as well as it did in the Sephora store when I swatched it, but I still do enjoy this highlighter and I do reach for it. Next is a really unexpected but beautiful find. It's an e.l.f. highlighter, and this one is in Topaz Glow. This is a very pretty highlighter. Very pretty. It's like a, I would say it's like a champagne highlighter, but it has like a pink undertone, so it really works for my skin tone, and I really do enjoy it. So I would definitely recommend this formula and this shade for people my complexion. See, look at me and look at me. This is a second Fenty highlighter. Why isn't this with the first one? Ugh. Anyways, this one's in How Many Carats. I know a lot of people weren't feeling this highlighter because it's glittery, but I like that, as you can see by the MAC one, and if you've seen any of my highlighter palettes. So that's what it looks like right there. I'm so happy I have this, and I will not give this up. Let me put this with her sister. Okay. Next, I think this is my only highlighter in this range, and this is from Maybelline. It's their Master Chrome highlighter. I got this in Topaz, yeah, Molten Topaz. And I got this because it was different. It is like a gold, but it shifts to like a green. And that was very unique for my collection at the time. And still pretty is unique. I have like maybe one other highlighter that does that. So I'm very happy about this baby. Next I have 3 Becca highlighters. Let's start off with the baby one. This one is in Rose Gold. I don't know if it's because it's a mini or what, but I don't like this highlighter. I feel like it's too hardly pressed. So it's pretty light in the beaming department, but I guess on the days that I want the NARS one, but I don't want that shade, I can reach for this one. So, I mean, I've kept it for a reason, but yeah, it's definitely not Becca quality in my opinion. Next, I got this one, which is in Chocolate Geode. Oh my Lord. This was literally made for me. This is such a beautiful highlighter. It is so bronzy, so chocolatey. It's not even funny. I really enjoy that highlighter. And I really enjoyed the big formula, big pan formula. Next, I got the limited edition one in Dreamsicle. I love an orange highlighter. So it was nothing but time that decided when I was going to get that highlighter. I was going to get it. Unfortunately on the screen it's not, you can't see the orange. It is a very light orange, but on my skin it's just beautiful. It really does lift my cheeks. So I really do enjoy all of those. And then last in this, no, I'll do the other one too. Okay, this one is a Revolution highlighter in Vivid. It's a Vivid Baked highlighter in Rose Gold Lights. This is a very hardly pressed highlighter. It's very hardly pressed, but you can get pigment off of it. Once again, it's like a very light type situation. You get more color than anything. This will be probably one of the first highlighters that I declutter throughout this year because it's just blah. At least the other ones that are like subtle are like subtly shimmery. That one's just subtly color. So it doesn't work. And then the other one that has the topaz gold shift is this Kat Von D single eyeshadow that I use as a highlighter. It's in Thrasher. Don't mind the whole situation. I had to repress it and yeah. Anyways, it's a very, very strong gold green eyeshadow, and I thought it would be a beautiful highlighter. I have used it on occasion as a highlighter, and this was the topaz, I think, molten gold. So you can see it's a lot more green, and sometimes I'm looking for that, which is why I put that in this collection. Okie dokie. Next we have Morphe, and this is a Morphe highlighter in Boom. I gave this a shot because Paulina Beauty was raving about their highlighters. This is actually a decent highlighter. I can't lie. It really is a decent highlighter. It is a lighter bronze on my skin tone, so it is definitely gonna pop off my skin a lot more. But the actual highlighter and the reflux is pretty good, so I would recommend it. And it is a very smooth formula, like the actual pan feels smooth. Next is the ABH Amrezy highlighter. I'm not impressed. I'm really not. I'm not impressed, okay? It's too icy for me on my complexion. This is another spotlight highlighter at the most, so yeah, I'm not impressed. What's going on here? Huh? What is this? Next I have 3 highlighters from JD Glow, and apparently I was in such a rush to use this, I didn't even take off the plastic. Okay, so these are all their highlighters. I think I have 2 in the molten metallic version and 1 in like a glitter version. They don't say on the back, but I have Rosé, which is this one. I have Serenity, which is this one, and then Chaos. Chaos is the one they're really known for. You can see I really went to town on this highlighter. Another highlighter that I had to tell myself to stop using. And it is just a very beautiful iridescent highlighter with glitter in it. I really enjoy that one. Next is Rosé. This one's very smoothing. Not as impressed with this, but overall I like the color, so I kept it. And then last was Serenity. And like I said, overall not as impressed with that actual shade, but I like the color, so I kept it. And this is actually pretty light on my complexion. Really, I should have just stuck with Chaos and been happy with it. But you know, you live some and you learn some. Or you live some, you learn, you win some and you lose some, whatever. Anyways, next is Makeup Monsters. When they were Makeup Monsters, they are now Menagerie Cosmetics. And I got their highlighter in Cross the Streams. This was my go-to for about 2 months. It was insane. I loved this highlighter. I loved it. It's so pretty. So pretty. It definitely has an orange base with some glitter in there. It's beautiful. I feel like it is kind of like the ColourPop Super Shock formula, so you really do need to make sure to close it, but I haven't had a problem with it drying out on me, so I'm happy with it. And I really do enjoy that formula and that color. Next is the Laura Geller blush in Peach Glow. This is another really light highlighter on me. Did I call this a blush? This is a highlighter. I don't know what I'm going through. This is a really light highlighter on me. I can use it to spotlight and just at the tips of my cheeks. I would not use this in my normal highlighting areas up against above my brow bone and all that. But it's a really nice formula. So maybe if I had picked a better shade, I would have loved that formula more. Next is Dulzura Cosmetics. Good Lord. And I picked out this shade in Sunshine. I'm not particularly a fan of this formula. I feel like it's very chalky, not very shimmery at all. And yeah, this will probably be another highlighter that I declutter pretty early on in the year, just because I'm not a huge fan of this. I kept it because I purchased it. I got it, I want to say, for 50% off, so I should just let it go, but yeah, I'm me. Next is my Touch of Glam Compact. I have multiple Touch of Glam highlighters. They're just not in compacts, and this one's in Hocus Pocus. I got it with the pumpkin scent. It was for their Halloween collection. I'm just gonna stay over here because I don't want to kill the rest of the pumpkins, but this baby is beautiful. Like beautiful. I love Touch of Glam's highlighters, eyeshadows. I love everything about that brand. So yes, I would highly recommend them if you were in the market. Okay, all the other ones cannot stand up in my compartment for whatever reason. So this one is my Kylie Cosmetics highlighter. This one is in Chocolate Cherry. I actually enjoy this highlighter. As you can see, I kind of wore down the pattern up there. It's a very pretty highlighter. I'm not gonna lie, it's very deep. So if you're deeper than me, this will be probably one of the better highlighters in my collection to potentially try, because it is one of the deeper ones along with this one, but that one's shimmer is not the best. This is a really good shimmery bronze color. I really do enjoy it. It's a nice formula, pigmented. I have no qualms with that formula at all. These, okay, anyways, next is my Marc Jacobs Guilty highlighter. I was very pleased and happy to see that he came out with a highlighter that actually worked for people of color, for once, because a lot of times the holiday collections do not work for people of color. This is the highlighter right here. It's a really pretty, like, bronzy color. Not anything unique at all, but I really did enjoy it, and I still do. Okay, next, this baby is from Be Elegant Cosmetics. It came shattered along with all of my other Be Elegant Cosmetics products, so I'm not a huge fan of the brand's packaging and stuff, but the shade, if I could, let me try and get, this shade is beautiful because it has bronze, it has greens, it just is a really pretty shade. This swatch is really bad because I feel like I got way too much of the green just because of how I repressed it. And repressing their formula is just sad because they don't use alcohol. Long story short, I talked to the brand about it. But it's a really pretty formula. It's never gonna be the same, so I really just need to let it go. Either that or just convert it into a loose jar like this and make it a loose highlighter. I don't know. We will see. Next, I have this loose highlighter from Essence of Earth. I got this for free when I bought the Zachary of the Sea eyeshadow palette. And this is a nice highlighter, but it's a little icy for me. So let me just swatch it right there. It's very pigmented, as you would hope a loose highlighter would be, and it's very, like, reflective and all that, and I feel like it actually does allow your skin to be seen through, which is nice, but it gives like a glass finish. I might actually try and use this a little bit more, but the problem is it's very icy, and yeah, but this is a very pretty highlighter. I need to use that more. And then my last two are my Jackie Aina and Artist Couture collab. Now, I purchased this like everybody else when she came out with both shades combined. I didn't purchase LeBron's in the very first round. So yeah, I was one of those people who were annoyed that this collection actually ended up going to Sephora, but it is what it is. Let me swatch. Okay, so this is LeBron's, and then this is La Peach. As you can see, La Peach is a lot lighter than LeBron's. I am within Jackie Aina's color scheme. Like, I'm just cooler toned, so it's very interesting that she's able to get that to finesse on her skin tone. Maybe she's just, I mean, not maybe, she's just a better makeup user than I am, but yeah, I think that's all I have. Not think, these are all the highlighters I have, other than like my Project Pan highlighters, which you guys have seen multiple times. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do have some overarching colors that just are continued. I really enjoy orangey highlights. I really enjoy bronzy highlights and just dark chocolate highlighters. Those are the highlighters that really overarching theme. There are a lot of pink highlighters in here, but I think that's just more coincidental than anything. It's not like something that I aimed to get. But yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys. As always, y'all, it has been real. Bye bye.